What's up guys, welcome back to another video of finding you the best Chinese products out there for your daily living. Today we're going to talk about the best top 5 mini PCs available for you to go ahead and order from China. Gone are the days of the big chunky CPUs that we used to use. Guys, there are many mini PCs out in the market today, but these Chinese mini PCs can save you a lot of money, yet keeping good quality. Today I'm going to be sharing top 5 mini PCs you can get from China right now. But stay till the end of the video because I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on what to avoid and what to keep an eye out for when you're buying Chinese mini PCs from Chinese sellers. Not in any particular order, but I'm always going to save the best for last. So make sure to check the last one out too. So here we go. First one we do have. This is the Beelink BT4. Now by far, Beelink is one of the most popular Chinese mini PC brands out there. Like if you go to any Reddit thread guys, you're gonna go and read Beelink for sure. Now this particular one, the BT4, has an Intel Atom Z8500 quad-core 2M cache up to 2.24 GHz. Also has Intel HD graphics, a 4GB DDR3, a 64GB ROM, licensed Windows 10, 4 USB 3.0 ports, dual band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, and also a 1000 Mbps LAN cable. It also has HDMI and DP as a display port. You can actually use both the ports at the same time, so you can have a twin monitor setup if you want to. So what is this good for? It is good for the basic browsing and casual use. Don't expect some overpowered stuff over here. And guys, all it costs is just $123 for this little beautiful mini PC by Beelink. Moving on to the next one. Up next, this is the Chatrae AN1. Chatrae is a band that specializes in mini PCs as well. They're not as popular as Beelink or a few other brands that's pretty popular right now, but they've got rave reviews. They also work with Ryzen if you're not a big fan of Intel. So here's what the ANZ has got. It has an AMD Ryzen R7 2700U processor, 16 GB of RAM for high intensity multitasking, 1 TB of storage, 2.2 GHz is the main frequency. It weighs only about 600 grams. The graphic card is a Vega 8. So what is the best use of these kind of mini PCs? Guys, it is perfect for gaming, for basic gaming in mini Chinese PCs. Now this mini beast can be configured all the way from no RAM and no storage like an empty PC, all the way to 16 GB of RAM with a twin 1 TB HSD and a 512 GB SSD. Now the cost can vary based on your configuration. It goes from $300 all the way up to $588. Now that's something that you should go and check out. Moving on to the next one. Number 3 on the list, we have the Mealy PC G02. It is rated the best stick PC. Now that sounds like a very interesting term. It's a stick which is also a PC. You can literally just stick this into your monitor or your TV and it's gonna go work like a computer, guys. That is pretty awesome. The Mealy brand might not be that familiar, but it's super popular among Aliexpress fans for a stick PC. So what does this actually has to offer? It's an Intel quad-core processor with 3 types of graphic card to choose from. It has a pre-installed Windows 10 Pro. It also supports Linux and Ubuntu. The memory is up to 8 GB and the storage up to 128 GB SSD, and it weighs only 137 grams. That's it. And this is rated the best mini PC for people on the move. Who even needs a laptop anymore? This is so portable that it's only 5.9 inches. In fact, it's almost as the size of a mouse. In fact, a mouse would be bigger to carry, probably even heavier. Super easy to install it, guys. You can just stick it behind a monitor and you can have 2 different ways of installing it. And basically this is a passive cooling technology. Does not have a fan, but it has a different way of aluminum case for cooling it, and that works without any fans. It is super quiet as well. They boast about having literally no noise compared to a notebook. It comes with a 1000 Mbps Giga LAN, which is pretty fast, and the Wi-Fi antenna is actually outside the body, so it has better coverage and better performance. It also has a dual band channel, which is 2.4 GHz, also 5.8 GHz Wi-Fi. And guys, this is just the most mind-blowing fact. It can actually provide an output display of 4K Ultra HD at 60 FPS. Now you can stream Netflix on that and Kodi, you can do all of that stuff. This can also replace your Amazon Fire Stick, but at the same time, it's also a full blown out PC with Windows 10. Let that sink in. And guys, this costs as cheap as $189 all the way up to $227. Okay, well, moving on to the last two on the list. Next on the list, guys, this is Topdown. It is the cheapest mini PC, which is for heavy gamers. Now when I say heavy gamers, guys, it is packed with a lot of powerful specs, guys. Topdown are very specific on making more powerful and a lot more expensive mini PCs compared to the other range of mini PCs out there. That's purely because of the specs. It has ultra 4K HD, guys, and it also has a dual Wi-Fi of 2.4 GHz, also a 5 GHz. Now, you can go ahead and configure all the way from an 8GB DDR4 with 128GB SSD, or all the way up to 32GB DDR4 with 1TB SSD and bundled with the Ryzen 7 2700U. When I talk about that, there's 4 cores, 8 threads, 4M-L3 cache, 3.7 GHz max boost clock. Now, I'm pretty sure if you're a gamer and you are into all these specs, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So guys, you can go and get it configured all the way from no RAM and no storage for about $285, all the way up to 32GB DDR4 1TB SSD for $565. Now that is proper cheap for a gaming PC this hardcore. Go ahead and check it out, guys. Finally, moving on to the very last one, my favorite. Check this one out. Yep, you saw that right. Palm size, guys. This is the Chewy Larbox. This Chinese brand Chewy is actually pretty popular for their laptops and their tablets, which you might have heard of. HeroBook laptop series and the HiPad tablet series, guys. They also make mini PCs, and the Larbox is super unique mini PC because it fits right in the palm of your hands, guys. It's easily portable, and this is by far the world's smallest mini PC. Now the entire point of this video is about mini PC portability and having the best in the smallest package. And guys, this is it. It has an Intel Celeron processor, quad core, is also equipped with 6GB of DDR4 RAM and 128GB of SSD. Now this can be expanded up to 1TB, still in that tiny size. I don't know how they do it, but that's awesome. And also supports 4K Ultra HD. The processor has a built-in Ultra HD Graphics 600 card. It weighs only 127 grams, guys. It can be connected to a large 4K TV display and you'll have an outstanding visual experience. Supports 2.4 GHz and also 5 GHz for uninterrupted internet connections. Alright, you guys ready for the price? Guys, it is just $209. That's about it. For all that features and the smallest mini PC in the world, that is just $209. Alright guys, coming to the end of the video, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about some tips on buying Chinese PCs. So why buy Chinese mini PCs in the first place? Because they rule the market. They are best for the bare-bone mini PCs. They're ridiculously cheap, and you can ask the seller to strip all the features you don't want as well. Big brands like Zotac, NUX, Bricks are super expensive compared to the Chinese mini PCs for the same features. You'll save a good $150 up to $250 with Chinese mini PCs. Now, where do you find the best Chinese mini PCs to buy? You do have two main websites, that's DHgate and also Aliexpress, but DHgate does not have so much of a selection for mini PCs and it's electronics generally. Aliexpress, on the other hand, offers a 75-day money-back guarantee. Now that's something I would put my money's bet on. Coming to the point of making the best bang for buck. So guys, here are a few tips. Do not buy from sellers who don't have a reputation to uphold in AliExpress or isn't really a brand. This goes for most products on AliExpress, so you better keep an eye out on that. Tip number 2, get a bare-bone mini PC without the RAM and SSD because most of these do have that configuration. You can get one with a gigabyte LAN option. You can buy RAM and SSD separately for much cheaper prices and then add it into your mini PC. However, this is only if you are someone who loves to open things up and do it yourself. If you prefer to go ahead and get it out of the box ready, then you can probably go for a higher option. Tip number 3, speak to the seller about the firmware update on the mini box. If there's no firmware information, don't buy. Plain and simple, just do not buy it. Tip number 4, don't fall for the super cheap prices. The super cheap also means super cheap quality. So keep an eye out on that too. Tip number 5, remember most sellers pre-install Windows 10 in the mini PCs they sell. So keep that in mind. That's actually a good thing to know. Tip number 6, know your requirements. Do you want a stick PC, a gaming mini PC? Communicate this with the seller so they'll be able to help you out exactly what configurations that you want to be looking for. Finally, the good brands have a solid warranty plan up to 3 years. So make sure you go ahead and make the right purchase and make sure you make the right choices in order to get the best mini PC for your experience of using a PC for the best price. Alright guys, so that's about it this video, covering all the few mini PCs that's out there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a comment, let us know which is your favorite mini PC, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel with the notifications on to bring more best Chinese products for your everyday living. You have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.